Are we live? Oh, wait a minute, we're going to get hit with copyright. Actually, that's a bit ambitious because that assumes that we can actually hold a tune. Pew, 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 pew. So, a big hello to everybody. So, a bit of an unusual start. Let me just get this sorted. Big hello to everybody, and I would also like to say a big extra special thank you to George Botterini, who donated $10 on the super chat before we'd even started. So that is amazingly generous. Thank you ever so much for that. And today, well, what have we got for you? What we have got is we've got a DMU EMU Fest, and when they actually come onto the screen, we have got a trio of Class 108s. So just coming onto the screen there now. What are you doing?
You have to press the button.
That's not the 108s. Oh. Right, so the Cupboard Monkey has decided to barge in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what things are.
Yeah, right. The Cupboard Monkey has barged in, and we were making an announcement, but she has forced my hand by just showing it to you. This is the new announcement from Daypol, so I will cover this. We'll cover this again as the stream goes on. So before I've even had a chance to say hello to you all and name check people, Daypol made an announcement over the weekend that their rail car, the Great Western Railway rail car, they are upscaling it to O gauge. This announcement was made. They've shown some early engineering prototypes, so it is actually well advanced. But on the screen now, what you will be seeing is the actual...
The one that you really like.
I really love this. This is the fully streamlined Great Western Railway version, and I really do like this.
Hang on, Great Western. So that beautiful looking piece of art went on Britain's railways.
Yes. Right through...
How the mighty have fallen.
It's very Art Deco inspired. Now,
I love the Art Deco period. It's so much good art.
Anywho,
there is another one, isn't there?
Yes, you can show the other one very quickly, Cupboard Monkey. This is the BR liveried version. You can see that not quite as pretty because for maintenance reasons they lost the fairing around the bogies, but still a wonderful, wonderful thing. The double O gauge versions, we did review those some time ago. Very, very pleased with them. I scored them very favourably because, quite honestly, there was, I would have been finding faults that weren't there to mark it down. It was actually a very solid release. Very, very pleased with it.
I like the look of these things.
They are
Art
nice.
Deco was an excellent period. What brutalism happened?
Yes.
And then we end up with boxy,
post-war austerity happened.
Yeah.
But what we're going to be doing now, right? We've moved on now.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see a TIE fighter going on there as well. Now.
Yes, the Empire has entered.
The Empire has struck back and won't shut up whilst I name check people. So a big hello to, let's have a look. We've got Combat Bunny, Ham Shackleton, Alex Pomeroy, Al McCall, David Cook, Donegal Dad, Dave Rudderham, Clive Cobold, Skipsy Trains, North End Sidings Model Railway, Ben Tullett, Philip Page, The Growler, Blackwood N-Gauge Layout, New Junction, a big hello, says hello from the Hornby Magazine Workshop. Mike Wilde is apparently waving, so a big hello to you, Mike, and it's really great to see you because I can see everybody through the camera. No, I can't really. No, don't get paranoid and get the tinfoil hat on, but it's really great to have you in, and certainly loving the work you're doing. And do let New Junction out to play because I keep trying to find an excuse for him to come and photograph Weir Yard, and it keeps not managed it yet.
The universe has said no. They've locked down the country again.
No, but for business, I don't know how it works actually. With
I know
lockdown.
how it would work. For business purposes, he can come in, but you have to stand in the conservatory while he's up here.
Maybe. We've got Teddy Edward, David Ellingford, Chris Hales, Heritage Railway, David Cook, James Petts. This is a very on-theme announcement, James says. How obliging of Daypol to announce a rail car on the week of your DMU EMU themed Monday Club. Now, contrary to the defamation that's been spread around on a certain internet forum, I'm not paid by Daypol, not at all. I'm never paid for reviews. That is... basically I'm a journalist at heart, so it's just like magazines do. We do get sent samples occasionally, not always, but occasionally. But it's never a paid for review.
Yeah, It's never paid for. Most of the time, you buy your own stuff.
Very much.
And I get so angry when you show me this stuff.
Okay.
So, can I just quickly say, these people had better back off, or we're going to seriously talk to our lawyers.
There's some people out there who really love to stir it. And look, the honest truth is, I don't sell reviews. I don't. Magazines don't. And as far as I'm aware, none of the YouTube internet reviewers do either. Because that is, you might as well be producing an infomercial. So when I review something well, it's because I genuinely like it and there is nothing to criticize. I don't believe in finding imaginary faults to criticize things. Everything gets a fair hearing. Now, it is true to say that actually I have not reviewed some items I've been sent over the last year or so, and this is simply because I recognise that sometimes doing a hatchet review on a product, if you get something that's maybe a dud or there's a fault with it, I'd rather inform the actual manufacturer, look, there's a problem with this, and give them a chance to sort it out, rather than produce a clickbait video, which can actually do quite a lot of damage to certainly smaller companies. So that's why, if you think, I'm always quite favourable on things, there are things that I get sent that I go, look, I can't review this because it'll be a bad review. Do you want another go at it? Basically, take it back, and if there's a problem, fix that. And that has happened with some products from smaller manufacturers, and that's what a good journalist does. But anywho, we've got
one of the trolls is in. They've hit the downforce.
Wow. Yeah, but no, I'm not. I'm not paid to do reviews at all. I would not accept money to do reviews at all, because that would just be insincere and trolly. So basically, at the end of the day, I go out and I work 4 days a week in logistics. What? Oh, my word. 4 days a week in logistics in a job that I don't particularly like. Would I really do that if I was getting paid to do all these reviews?
No, you wouldn't.
Big hello, big thank you to North End Sidings. Hiya, Jenny and Zoe. Hope Zoe is feeling better. She's still actually a bit under the weather, but thanks for asking. Looking forward to a nice Monday Club. Your reviews are always first class. Cheers, ladies. Thank you ever so much. That is incredibly generous. North End Sidings Model Railway donating £5 on the super chat. That is incredibly generous of you. And certainly, if I was getting paid to do reviews, we wouldn't have super chat out of principle. But at the end of the day, it's how we pay for a lot of the stuff to be able to do that.
It's how we've built the cameras into this, and got the sound done. Oh my goodness, I am so close to this that you can see me. Yes, you are.
Right.
Hello.
Hello from Norway, says McBenman1. Moorland Model Railway Andy, hi to you. Paul Higgins, hello. David Scott says, evening all from a wet northeast. Well, actually, it's incredibly wet here. I think there is actually a flood warning at the moment around the Manchester area. And certainly we have seen some incredible amounts of rain here. So certainly, wherever you are, do stay safe. Wrap up warm, and of course the big news, the big elephant in the room. Help, there's a big elephant and it's crushing me.
Why I'm stuck in the corner.
Yes, it is, Cupboard Monkey. But of course we're going into super lockdown in the UK, a lot of other countries as well. I know Belgium's gone into a big lockdown, and no doubt this is going to be the thing that's going to be happening in so many places. So the Monday Club hopefully is going to come back into its own, just as we did at the start of lockdown. I think it's really important, certainly for a lot of people for whom maybe you live on your own, you're not able to meet up with people, certainly not able to go to model clubs, shows aren't on at the moment. The Monday Club, I like to think of it as being something where you can come, you can hang out for 2 hours on a Monday with like-minded people, with the trains going round, talking about the news and chat, and this is about socialising, human contact. It's really important. We've also got the full listing on the website of all of the other live streams as well. I thought it was very important to get the details out there. Hopefully, I think quite a lot of those are still going on. There will be others as well. We haven't been notified, but we will update the list as and when people notify us of regular live streams that are happening. And it's just such a great thing that the community again is pulling together to help people through these difficult times. And as you saw in the news as well, it's actually big news. I saw it in the Guardian, saw it on the BBC website as well. Hornby are doing incredibly well. I believe all of the retailers and manufacturers are generally doing pretty well as well. And that's because people are turning to hobbies such as model railways.
Does this mean they can crow and strut?
Yes, Cupboard Monkey. Now, behave yourself, Cupboard Monkey.
About the elephant in the room.
Yes, okay.
I've got toys for everything, guys.
Have you now?
Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Patrick.
Oh, Patrick Ling has donated £5 on the super chat. That is incredibly generous.
That's 3 so far.
I know, and it's, as I've said before, it's what helps us to keep making videos. At the end of the day, a lot of the stuff, people think like, oh, you're getting all these freebies. They're not freebies. You've got to, you've got to work very hard, and there's sort of like 15 years worth of work building up to this. And
not just that, but I am exhausted. She's been working me to death, guys.
And it's also the case that most things that I review, like, so for example, Wednesday's review is going to be, in fact, I'll put it up on screen. You will see Wednesday's review, just underneath the All Mouse Media logo, you'll just see my finger wobbling it. That, I filmed the review, I bought that, and really pleased with it. It's the Daypole Class 121 rail car. Rails have basically got a sale on, so paid the full asking price, never asked for a discount. It's just rude to. And it's such a pretty livery. And what's interesting, actually, is that I guess it's the first thing that's post-privatisation that I've got on Weir Yard. And it's the livery that's done it. And I thought about this. I thought, why am I buying something post-privatisation? And then I realised it's pretty livery. It's the same reason that I buy those pre-grouping locomotives. Just such an eye-catching livery. So really happy to add that to the collection. Big hello to Minnie Wistaston Junction. Hayden Warope. Says, hi, I'm 11 and I have a model railway. It's a great hobby and there's an awful lot of transferable skills as well. Not just the creative side of things. And this is the thing that I think perhaps people don't realise, is that model railways teach you about carpentry skills. Things like joinery, DIY. Also the creative side. Cupboard Monkey, will you start messing about with the Enterprise over there? So it also teaches you a lot of lateral thinking, problem solving, planning skills, but a whole host of, how to repair things, basic electrics, a lot of the skills that you learn and pick up to be able to make a model railway are transferable to so many other areas of life. So it's a great, great hobby to be getting into. A big hello to Michael Pollitt. Good evening, Jenny. Yeah, I am an ex-Class 1 HGV driver. Been out of it for years. Don't miss the early starts and weeks away. Yeah, but the thing about truck driving, I guess, is that, it's the freedom of the open road. You don't have people looking over your shoulder. If you do, it's like,
if you do, you hit them.
I'm sorry, what are you doing in the cab? Get out. But no, it's. I think that's what attracts a lot of people to truck driving, is that it's not like an office environment where it's monotonous. And if you don't like the view, just keep driving. Hello to Richard Swiderski.
Andy Law says, model railways have taught me how to manage a large budget and spend loads.
Yes, managing a budget. I have to say, I'm not very good at this. I don't
know, you've managed to watch your budget go down and down and down as your train fund went up and up and up.
I'd like to think that I have done my part to help Hornby back into the black, given that I have spent a lot of money this year alone on model railway stuff.
Oh my goodness, I'm sneezing like a
But hello to Minnie Wistaston Junction, David Cook, who says, Jenny, I have to say I love the speed you run your locos, so in scale. I always have done, and mostly the trains tend to run more reliably if you slow them down a bit. The Class 411 is racing around a bit. It's a little bit difficult to get the speed set on that. But in fact, yes, DMU EMU Fest, this is what was voted through on the Jenny Monday Club Facebook page. And don't forget, if you're not already a member of that, do head on over to Facebook. I'm sure the Cupboard Monkey will put a link into the chat for that. And do request to join that and join in. Post, share. If you're a retailer as well, I don't mind retailers as well putting posts up there if you've got any bargains, things like that. Contrary to the what the trolls seem to think, I am not in the pocket of any particular retailer, so I'm really, really happy for any retailer. Oh, help, it's really tight now. But talking about retailers with the imminent lockdown, I have asked around to make sure what's actually going on. Obviously, shops are shutting, so from Thursday morning, I think it is it first thing?
Yeah, basically
so
Wednesday nights, when the shops close, that's it.
So essentially, Wednesday is the last day of in-person shopping. But all the shops I have spoken to will be continuing with the mail order. So you will still be able to buy mail order. I've been in contact with Rails, who have confirmed that they will be doing mail order and also the click and collect. So you will still be able to order it and pick it up. But how that works is, as before, you effectively you get a time. You ring them up and say, right, okay, I'm picking it up. They tell you when the order's ready, and you sort of go and ring the bell, and then somebody brings it out to you. Hattons are still hard at work, and I've seen a post from them. I've talked with Jack Morgan. So Hattons, again, of course, trade counter's still shut, but they're still doing all of the mail order, and their magical trunk of funk is still operating, so you can deal with those. It's like a kind of a locker, a bit like you see with some of the Amazon deliveries and Hermes deliveries things.
James Pett says, as a shareholder in Hornby, thank you, Jennifer, for buying lots of Hornby products.
Very much, and that's the thing. This year has been an amazing year with the centenary products, and I've been absolutely happy to buy the models to have. Yeah. And long may that continue. Now, somebody did ask, I'm afraid it's scrolled off the top, somebody asked about the Hornby Class 423. It's not been in the catalogue for some time, and I still kick myself. I really fancy the Network Southeast livery version of that. I saw them for sale, and I think at the time they were about 130, and this was back when it was 130, that's expensive. Now I look back, 130, I'd snap your arm off for a brand new inbox Hornby Class 423.
From a legal standpoint, please do not snap anyone's arms off.
You can't. You can take the girl out of the Cupboard Monkey, but you can't take the Cupboard Monkey out of the girl. But I don't have a Class 423. What is racing around at the moment is a Bachmann Class 411. Then we've also got. Where did you find that? She's been rummaging around and got the pointy finger of doom.
It's back.
Oh no! Stop it. Right, we've also got.
And it's dusty.
Well, stop it! I'm busy. Look at these nice people. These nice people have turned up to listen to me talk about model railways.
Go on then, you talk about model railways.
Yeah, I'm looking at your incredible Hulk finger and thinking, I don't really want that snake. And you see, you've got all your blooming Star Trek rubbish. And it's like, I mean, look at this. Look, this is how I have to work. It's all like...
Oh my goodness.
Biddly beep. What?
Liam at New Mills Model Railway actually spotted the TARDIS before Garthian.
That
never happens.
Have we missed Garthian's?
No, Garthian wrote a longer thing than Thingamajig did.
All right. Was it on the lorry, or was that after you'd moved it?
Oh, Garthian spotted that.
Oh, Garthian with his TARDIS vision. Right. Anyway, right. Meanwhile,
there's a big conversation going on about decoders blowing, by the way.
Oh, right. Sorry. North End Sidings Model Railway. Regarding decoders exploding, thankfully I've been very lucky with mine. Many short circuits, and they all seem to be doing very well. And yes, I do have the ever controversial lace DCC decoders too. Yeah, if anybody's been on RM Web, you'll have seen that I get it exasperated. Now, I know that about a year or more ago, I did a video about our lace DCC decoders worth the money. And on the face of it, they were. However, this was before I learned about the copyright infringement issues. Now, DCC Concepts have told me that some of the lace decoders are just a straight-off rip-off of their version 3 version, I think I was told, of their Zen decoders. Now, The Zen decoders are up to version 12. And what that means is it's a super old version. They haven't licensed that, not paid for that. They just outright copied it.
Stolen?
Yeah, stolen. It now appears that it may be the case that the Dapol Imperium decoder has also been stolen. In that people have reported, I think it's the Next 18 version of the Dapol Imperium chip, it looks to be physically identical to a Lace DCC decoder. Can't verify that, but what I do know from talking to Dapol, I did ask them this, that their decoders are not made, categorically not made for them by a Lace. They are made for them by a reputable manufacturer, and it is a copyrighted design that has not been licensed to Lace. So it's why I no longer recommend the Lace decoders. I know in America there's been a court case between Lace and TCS, which means that the Lace decoders are not legal to sell in America. I think there's a difficulty in bringing a court case in the UK because technically Lace is based in China. So I think you'd have to go after each and every retailer that's selling them rather than the manufacturer.
Yeah.
Which is obviously a lot of hard work. What I would say is when you pay £200 for a Locomotive and then pay £10 for the cheapest, nastiest decoder that money can buy, don't be surprised if it doesn't work as well as a much more expensive decoder. But I know that if you want to talk about the copyright issues with Lace DCC and DCC Concepts, then Richard Brighton at DCC Concepts, ask him about it.
Everyone's saying we should say allegedly, but the fact is that we've got a lot of information sent to us,
I believe
which causes us to believe that it's true what you're saying.
I believe that there's no allegedly in it. And
that is a defence against defamation.
Yeah. I've been told DCC Concepts have scrutinised the Lace DCC decoders and have deduced that they are just a like-for-like copy of an older version of their Zen decoders. Jammy Dodger the Gamer says it's my birthday on the 8th. Z Fantasy Train says hi Jenny and Zoe and everyone. NI Railways 4000 class, happy birthday for Sunday. 57305 Northern Princess. Stolen MHR property. Is your model railway 00 gauge, Jenny? Yes, it is. Right, also
imagine if this was all gauge. How big would it be?
Approximately 4 times the size because of the cube law. Right, also other things going around. You'll be seeing crossing on your street now a trio of Bachmann class 108s as part of DMU EMU Fest. So we've got in the lead, let me change the thingy there, in the lead in the GMPTE white with blue stripe livery, which must have been actually really difficult to keep clean. So we've got that leading the way. We've then got the all-over rail blue version, and bringing up the rear is the blue-grey version. So 3 different liveries, 3 different identities. That's all the Class 108s I own. Also, heading around, I think behind me, you're going to see it, we have got a Class 108. That is actually sound-fitted, but obviously not got the sound running at the moment because it does tend to drown things out. That is a Bachmann model, and really pleased with it. Now, the Class 101s are a DMU that I remember very, very vividly riding on. They used to run on the line through Bromley Cross, and I was living with my parents. Then we've also got, you probably just about see in the background behind me, Class 419 is again running on the shuttle. Now this Friday's video is the DCC Concepts ABC shuttle module, and that is going to be the Friday video, so do look out for that. It's a great little project. It's certainly brought a lot of functionality here to Weir Yard and will do to any other layout, and it actually means that I can now run 7 locomotives without any user input required, and this is, you know, before you even think about double heading. Right, big hello to Sid Vicious, Dazza 1977, Garthian, Southern Train Girl. Garthian says, I prefer to use Gauge Master decoders or similar. I won't buy cheap ones. And actually, I'm as far as I understand it, the Gauge Master decoders, also the Hatton's decoders and the Rails decoders, I believe all of those are made for the respective companies by DCC Concepts, so you know that you are getting a really good decoder. Right, I'm going to quickly scroll up to date. So let's have a look. Russell Benton says the good old Swindon 126. These were class. Yeah, there's certain DMUs like the class 124, the 126. Would love to see them appear in 00. I keep getting rumoured that we're going to get. I think it's either a 124 or a 126. I suppose the Swindon Cross Country Transpennine DMU, but never quite turns up. We've done quite well on the model front in terms of stuff, because we've had the 101, we've had the 105, again another model I haven't got any of, the 108, the 117, 128 we've had from Helgen. We've had as well, what else have we had? And then, you get into the second generation, like the 142s, 143s, 144s, 150, 156, 158, 159s, 185s. But then also getting back into the air, we've had the 121s and the 122s as well. We've been spoiled for choice, really. Even third rail electrics, we've had the class 411. I think the 414 as well. We've had 419, 416. 401, 402, 403. Guys, it's all numbers. She's thinking I'm just quoting telephone numbers here. Right, anyway, I'm talking into a corner. Right. Simon Trains MRS. Yes, really enjoying the Gronk It Up t-shirt. Definitely. Thank you ever so much for sending through the picture of you wearing it. The Cupboard Monkey is wearing a Gronk It Up t-shirt as well. Of course, don't forget there are other
t-shirts. If you can't tell the difference between a t-shirt and a hoodie, there's something wrong.
Will you let something slide and not put your little toys from blooming your little chocolate loot boxes in things? Right. Big hello to the Growler Blackwood N-gauge layout. Garthian says you could have run the GWR parcels car if you still had it. What you mean? Of course I still have it. So there's my GWR parcels car. Oops. Just try and get that into frame.
It's a very nice looking one. Put it on.
I'm not sure what. I'd have
Just
to
sit it on the layout.
Oh! I'm glad you're here to point these things out.
You're welcome.
I'm just thinking I might try and have it chase the class 101. The trouble is with this particular line is that people don't get to see it much. So let's have a look. Loco 17.
Oh, everyone's sending the t-shirts. I love it. I'm so glad, guys. You really don't know how much I appreciate your nice comments. Those things were a labour of love, and they took many hours to draw. So I'm very, very happy that you actually like them.
The parcels rail car is going round, and yay. Like I said, really pleased with that model. I know that at least one other YouTube reviewer wasn't quite so taken with it, but in all honesty, I didn't find anything wrong with mine. I thought it was a great model, well engineered.
Nice design.
Yeah, I mean, if it was sent over as a review sample, but that I'm quite clear on this. If a model is junk, I will make a point of saying that.
Like you did with that Will's kit.
Yeah, people. Oh, give it a push, would you? It's. I think it's
stuck.
Oh, I know what's happening. Does it feel like it's grounded? Like it's grating over the ballast?
It just doesn't want to go. Go on now, go on.
It doesn't really like radius 1 curves, methinks.
Yeah.
It's alright, what we'll do...
Check it when it comes round, make sure you haven't scraped it across the wall.
Yeah, don't worry.
Garfield says, you need to do a Monday Club t-shirt too, ideal for when we all go back to exhibitions. I will.
Yes, we will do it.
The idea is similar to the Gronk It Up. It'll be Monday Club down the side of a mallard.
Yeah, well, an A4 Pacific. I hate when people call them like, oh, it's a mallard. No, it's an A4 Pacific.
I was specifically going to find a model of the mallard and then use that as a design.
Well, it doesn't have to be mallard. It could be Sir Nigel Gresley. Right.
It's going to be Sir Monday Club.
Right, there we are. There's
what's wrong with having an A1 classed as Sir Monday Club?
A1 is changing all the time here.
I don't know what they are.
Good evening to John Slade. Philip Page says, how do you keep your track clean, Jenny?
She doesn't. That's why we have
No.
sticking.
No. I use Peco track cleaning rubbers. I do kind of fancy getting one of those CMX track cleaning tank cars. They're like the big brass thing, a lot of weight to them. You fill them up with, I think it's IPA, and it cleans your track. Really, really nice. And it would be useful on a layout this kind of size. But again, money is an object. Money is always the big issue.
Shackleton says an A4 on a t-shirt. Yuck. Make it a Duchess, a Princess, or a Britannia.
Maybe it should be a princess. Who's Queen? Right. Hello to John Slade and Andrew Murphy. Hey, Jennifer in chat. Hi to you. Peter Carson says, love my Daypol 121s. Shuttle them on my branch line. Yeah, I've got a 121 and a 122. And they are different when you look at them. And it's just very subtly different. The previous one I reviewed was the Class 122, so really happy to be able to now review the Class 121, not Chiltern trains, the Silverlink liveried one. Such a beautiful model, available at the moment for I think it's £79 or £79.50, something like that from Rails, which is really actually quite a good price. So we're going to be doing a full review of that on Wednesday. It's actually already filmed.
Mike in Seward Pudham Junction asks, will there be a TARDIS hidden on the Monday Club t-shirt? I cannot possibly say.
I don't know, is there a copyright issue on a TARDIS?
Tell you what, I'll do a TARDIS t-shirt with Doc Brown stepping out of it as if he's the on the Back to the Future thing. And then once I get out of jail for copyright infringement.
Okay, right, anyway. Mark Singleton asks, hello, any news on Bachmann announcements tomorrow? Well, obviously you'll have to wait till tomorrow. I think it's 9:30 in the morning is when the announcements are made. I know that Bachmann have discovered YouTube. They've got a YouTube channel and they have announced a video. There's a video going out as a premiere. I think it's 9:30 tomorrow. It'll be really interesting to see what they announce. Of course, this is one of their quarterly announcements, so don't expect a huge amount. It's not going to be like the Hornby Centenary announcement, and it's more likely to include an update on models that are imminent. So I predict that the 0441P, the Midland Railway 1P, shut up cupboard monkey, is going to be some clarification on that. I believe it's been pushed back a month. I have seen there are some review samples circulating with the magazines. Bachmann don't see YouTubers as being legitimate people to
we're not real people, we're made of soy. We have to queue up with everybody else and wait for them to hit the shops before we can review them. It's no big deal. It looks a lovely model in Midland Railway livery, but I wonder whether Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway livery will be announced for that, either as a special commission. Maybe it'll be something for the Collectors Club, or maybe it'll be announced for something upcoming in the main range. I don't know. But that is probably one of my predictions. We've got an interesting comment here. Hythe Kent says, the BBC couldn't have a copyright on a police box, which isn't technically true. The Metropolitan Police did sue the BBC for copyright infringement and trademark infringement due to the production of TARDIS toys. And the court case came down to the Metropolitan Police do own the design for the police box. However, for the purposes of vehicles that traverse time and space, the BBC has the copyright.
That's interesting. So it's a bit like Apple Music. Apple Computers and Apple Records, which is a subdivision label of, I think it's EMI. It was the label that was founded by the Beatles. And there was a court case where it was decided that Apple would sell computers and Apple Records would sell records, and never the twain shall meet. So I'm not sure what happened when iTunes came along.
There was a big behind-the-scenes discussion and lots of money changed hands.
Yeah, because essentially Apple computers strayed into territory they weren't technically allowed to.
Yeah, also, that's why it's called iTunes and not Apple Music for quite a while.
Well, they did try for ITV, and somebody went, we've already got that. Yeah. Right.
Tell them we've already got it.
So where's it going? David Yeats, hi from the Dutch mountains. A big hello to you. So in fact, actually, you will have seen the forum that we mentioned earlier on. It's actually a Dutch forum where people were accusing me defamatorily of taking backhanders from Dapol to give a favourable review for the Terriers. That did not happen. That is a lie that people are perpetuating. And if they think that I don't speak Dutch, then they are very much mistaken, because I have Google Translate, and also people who tell me about these things.
Yeah, people who do speak Dutch.
Yeah, people tell me about defamatory things. You know, I get to know. I don't have to read all these things. It just sort of like people send me a message and go, did you know about this? No, but I do now. And just in case anybody's thinking, people send Sam's Trains the same thing. So he gets to know about the lies and defamatory comments that people say about him as well. So I don't think he doesn't know. But essentially, I'm not paid. Dapol do not pay me a penny. They do not pay for reviews. Nobody pays for reviews. My reviews are fair and honest, and they're how I see a model. But I do adhere to journalistic standards, and it is generally considered good journalism if you find something that you think is possibly a quality control fail to get in contact with the manufacturer first and give them an opportunity to put it right. And I'm not the only one who does that. I know that a lot of the magazines, if they get something and something's not quite right, they will go back to the manufacturer first. Right. Mark,
also, can I just point one thing out? If Jenny was getting paid for all the reviews she does, we'd have better quality cameras on the Monday Club.
That is a good point. Also, do you think I'd be wearing a jumper that I've owned for 10 years? No. Do you think my hair would look like this? No. If I was getting paid lots of money, do you really think that the wall would be made of offcuts of plywood painted with blue household emulsion? No. Do you think I'd be sitting on a chair that I have to keep repairing that came from a charity shop for £3? No. Right. Anyway.
Russell Benton says, Sam even made a comment about his postman today, just as if he knew what was said last week. Yes, it's almost as if people watch the show.
Yeah, it's almost as if people talk.
Yeah, he's seen it. We've seen what he says. Jen and him talk. All of the big YouTubers talk.
We do talk with each other.
That's how this works.
I always get the impression that he thinks I sail a bit close to the wind. But it's all right, because I think he does as well. But that's what makes good YouTube.
Richard Swiderski says, yes, all of those things would happen because you'd spend all the money on trains.
That is absolutely true to some extent. But yeah, I mean, where's Roving Cam? Let's press the right button. Roving Cam. So, do you really think that if I was getting paid by Dapol, I wouldn't just have... I would have more than just these.
Also, your monitor wouldn't have a cracked edge.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. If I was getting paid...
this still works.
Yeah. If you notice, the plastic surround on my monitor is... oh wow, there's a bit of a Doctor Who movement.
Yeah, don't do that, Jen. You're going to make everyone...
Weird. Although, what I will share... Oh, there's the cupboard monkey over there.
Oh, hi.
Just a quick note. Up here, I've got some new pictures on the wall. I'll show you these with you. They're actually just prints, but they're made to look like oil paints. They're really nice, actually.
Jen, where'd you get them from?
They're from Lescliffe at Frame Around, and obviously the closing down sale does continue, but unfortunately from midnight on Wednesday. He does have to shut. However, I believe you can still do mail order. So certainly if you're in the local area, give him a call. He will drop stuff off. Socially distanced, of course, as he did with these. But he is closing down, so it's a great opportunity. Some great prices and great high quality stock available. But Lescliffe does need your help to sell out his remaining stock. Right, anyway, meanwhile, back on the ranch, Clive...
What have you broken?
Yeah.
You've had a collision.
The parcels rail car caught up with the 108 and has caused a derailment as a result.
So while Jen's doing that, I'm just going to mention that Lescliffe's his framing and picture business is called Frame Around.
I'm going to take the parcels unit off because
And
I can't really
Facebook
match.
thing is there. I've put it into the chat now.
And Les is a great guy.
He is, and he used to be your co-host on the Monday Club.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you. Oh,
What have you done? And what? Whoa, it's loud.
it's the. Let me just. This is the Class 101. Where have you gone? No, it's supposed to go quiet.
Oh, and just as a quick point, you've knocked that camera.
Have I? Oh yeah. I have. Right. Let's just.
While you're doing that, Jen, Chris's train says, Jenny, I think you should wear a manufacturer's t-shirt every week on the Monday Club just to stir up the trolls. I'm sorry, but we don't need to do anything to stir up the trolls. They stir themselves.
If Hornby, Bachmann, Dapol, Acura Scale, Oxford Rail, and any other manufacturer that I can't think of would like to send me a t-shirt, I will happily rotate them because that saves me having to remember what the heck I was wearing last week and try and pick a different outfit out. What
if you... Oh, dear. What's going wrong?
Oh, I see what's happened. The Class 419 has gone beyond the end because it's got confused and set off in...
Ah.
And then it shorted out. Oh, shut up! It's shorted out on the Electrofrog point because it's overrun the section. Right. Anywho,
Sid Fisher says the gremlins are back.
they are. Victor Cruz says, "Yay, trains! Yay!" Russell Benton says his postman is a viewer. Apparently, yeah, we did talk about this, and I said, maybe his postman, but then
I think we were saying it in jest.
In jest, we had nothing to back this up, and it was one of those sort of general.
And it was obvious that we were joking.
Yeah, I don't know, but I've got the vibe that Sam is unhappy with me.
Fair enough. Well,
So
he's a big enough guy to understand that.
Yeah. I mean, when you see what some of the obnoxious trolls say, it's like pretty nasty, and he just like over his head. He's not bothered, which is probably the best way to be. Gwian Reese Davies, hi to you. Great to see you. Dongits Model Railway, Kavicus first. You're doing it good for us, and the haters will always hate. Keep up the fantastic content. Thank you ever so much. Canadian Rail fan, hi to you. The wife is grumpy with me. I bought 2 HST sets with full set carriages. That's not cheap in this day and age.
No, it's not. Teng Louis says, do you have any trains that have sounds? Yes.
No, none at all.
Yes,
I don't know
many.
what. Yeah. J. Paul Anderson, hi to you. Fat Wallet Boy too, definitely hi to you. I think I'm nearly up to date. We've actually, I think we've beaten the record. We've got 367 people currently in the room. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the stream too, and also don't forget you can head over to Patreon and check us out because the trolls just love it when I mention that I have Patreon. And also don't forget as well that you can check out all of the other YouTubers, and if they have Patreon, you can also help support them
We
too.
now have 370 people watching. If we get to 400, can I order a pizza?
We've already eaten today. The Cupboard Monkey was
I didn't
naughty.
say I was going to order it now.
I came back from my day job on, what was it, Friday?
Yeah.
And I went to look in the fridge thinking, I wonder if she's got something nice for us to nibble on. And I looked in there and there was a cold takeaway pizza, half a box of cold chips, and it's like, you had a takeaway without me knowing about it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
You knew about it.
Yeah.
You saw it.
Right. Combat Bunny, thank you very much for sharing the Facebook group. Don't forget to head on over there, join the Jenny Monday Club Facebook page, share your projects. If you're a retailer as well, really love to hear from you as well. But actually, talking about retailers, yeah, I've spoken to Rails of Sheffield, mail order and click and collect, still going to be operating even once the shop has to close from midnight on Wednesday. Hattons are still taking mail orders, still processing them, and they are very proud of the fact that they're getting them a really good fast turnaround. Quite often, if you order before, I think it's 4 o'clock, they're getting next day turnaround, so you could even get it the following day. 90% of orders are being fulfilled that are placed between 4 and 5. So it's really quick turnaround. I've also spoken to DCC Concepts. Mail order is still up and running. I've spoken to Hornby. I had a really nice email from Hornby to say that any orders placed on the online shop, they're still being fulfilled. Business as usual for that. I've also spoken to Peco. Now, Peco, I know in the last lockdown, they shut down for a few weeks. It's been a huge problem trying to get hold of track. Now, Steve Haynes at Peco said to me that they will be obviously socially distanced, but they will still be manufacturing. This time round, the actual production side of things is not shutting down, so there will still be, supply of stuff. And actually, Peco, it should be said, excuse me, they are going to be doing a new series of videos, which is basically what the Cupboard Monkey is doing. Monkey See, Monkey Build. They're doing their own version of this to show how simple and easy and accessible their line side series of kits are. So do check that out when it.
Different kits. What's this? Line side kits.
Line side kit. Well, it's a range that the Peco do, and they're literally line side railway related stoofs.
Right. Well, Jack. Have a look at those.
Yeah. Jack says, hey. Jing, or is it Ying Tung Lui? Do you have any?
Not very good at.
No, I'm not. Yeah. Bolton Model Rail Society. Good evening to you. Henry's Transport Adventures and Beyond. Hi to you, Gary Lewis. Jenny, are you getting leaves on the lines with your EMU, DMU running sessions? Unfortunately, yeah. There's a few little gremlins have crept in, sticking their head above the parapet. Right, Wamgok, Jenny nearly at 400. Pizza! No, it's dropped to 362, but don't forget to tickle that like button and share the stream. Let other people know that the Jenny Monday Club is up and running and everybody is welcome in the Monday Club. Don't forget as well, I'm always happy for you guys out there. If you have your own YouTube channel with model railway content, then feel free to let everybody else in the channel know what your channel is.
Don't spam, but if
you spam, the moderators will start stamping.
But we're all in this together. We're all enjoying
exactly,
our hobby.
And we know how hard it is to build an audience, so we're happy.
Whoa!
For what?
Can you hear that rumbling?
That's the wind.
Yeah, the wind's getting up again. Yeah,
it's very, very windy. Of course, if you do have to go out, do stay safe. Very windy, very wet. Risks of flooding, certainly in the UK. But we live in weird times.
Hyde Kent says, hey people, how many of you have ground light signals on your layouts and where do you position them? That's an interesting thing. Do you have any ground light signals?
I do, yes. And you can't. They're not on camera at all, and they're not even turned on at the moment.
Roving cam?
It won't reach over there. It won't really show anything. I'm not going to mess about with that.
Okay.
Liam at New Mills Model Railway. Chasewater Railway Model Shop is doing delivery and click and collect options too. Definitely, there's a lot of model shops as well. Do support your local model shop. They do need your help. But, of course, the hobby is booming. It's great to see Hornby back in the black. And I'm guessing that all of the other retailers and manufacturers are doing really well as well. And it's great to see people getting into a practical, hands-on, creative hobby.
Yeah, it really is. Instead of sitting on their computer games, which, as a person who sits on their computer games, is...
Duncan Watson says, don't upset the trolls, they might get upset. Oh, too late. I don't really care. To be honest, it's the way YouTube works. Is a dislike is worth exactly the same as a like. It doesn't matter, it's an interaction.
Alice Neal says, would you like an Alice's Wonderland Wagons t-shirt?
A what, sorry?
Would you like an Alice's Wonderland Wagons t-shirt?
Go on then. I will take that. Thank you ever so much. If you send a message to the Cupboard Monkey at zoe@zoerobinson.com, then that is some. What are you doing there? You're making.
I'm just seeing whether we could have a different angle for the roving cam.
Yeah, if you the roving cam is. Let me go to the roving cam and see what happens. Huh. Funnily enough, this no, leave it.
I was going to point it down a little bit.
If you can do, I guess. Just want to say to people that this is the roving cam has ended. Yeah, that'll do. this is the part of Weir Yard which you don't normally get to see on the Monday Club. So you've seen the Class 411 racing round there, and you're about to see the Class 28 Metrovic with a very long van train come round as well. And quite simply, this is... I've been hard at work in this area. I did share a photograph. Behind the text there's a tree house and all sorts going on, but I've been playing about with it. It's not Jablite Mountain. It doesn't really have a name, but that's nice for a change.
Yeah, just a different angle. I thought, why not?
Kev5565 says, sorry I'm not showing my manners. Oh, don't worry about it.
Jenny never does.
Hello, I only recently discovered you and enjoy the banter. Thank you ever so much. It's always great to have new people on.
Russell Benton says that back scene is lovely. It's almost a work of art.
Yes,
it's by
and
Les Cliff.
Les Cliff did all my back scenes, and he is an incredibly talented artist. 57305 Northern Princess says, I keep wanting to buy new models, but I keep buying Dalek action figures. There's a Remembrance of the Daleks set coming out this month, and I'll be buying 4 sets for a Dalek army. Don't tell the cupboard monkey. She'll be spending all her money.
I wish they would bring out a model kit of a Dalek. That would be amazing.
Probably is one somewhere. Anthony 1956, a big hello to you. Says, my old church deacon John has joined the Monday Club. A big hello to John as well. That surprised me. We now live 1,000 miles from each other. Victor Cruz, oh no, this is going to happen. Another train crash. And Fat Wallet Boy 2 asks, you fitted lights in some coaches? I haven't fitted lights specifically, but there are some models which do just have them. So the Class 108s are fitted with internal lights, although they're not actually doing much. I can't remember if the 101 is. The Class 411 certainly is. And actually the Class 121 over here, which you only see on one particular camera, that as well does have lights, although it's not actually running at the moment. So there's a lot of stuff does have lights. There's also... Are you all right over there?
They don't make them anymore, but they did at one point.
How big? And who made them?
It's...
Is it Airfix?
1:8 scale.
So that's quite big.
By Comet.
Never heard of them.
No, because it's using the Doctor Who logo from the 70s.
All right. Frank Feely, big hello to you. Let's have a look. Map the Dragon Railways. I'm 2 subs away from hitting 100. It's been a great 2 years so far and way more years to go. Making YouTube videos is definitely a hobby and a great one too. Yeah, and definitely it's a whole new area of the hobby in that as well. So that's Map the Dragon Railways is looking for 2 subs. Do I have 2 subs? Do I hear 2 subs, 2 subs, 2 subs? And sold to Map the Dragon's Railway. And DJ K666, hello to you. Right, Flint Hills Model Railway, Jeff Hammond. I did a video of making LED signals from a CR signals kit. Please see my video, definitely. And like I said, do let people know if you are also producing YouTube content. I do understand how difficult it can be to build a channel.
Oh my goodness. The moment you switch to that thing, Garfield saw the TARDIS.
It doesn't surprise me. Paul Higgins says, can you do a Dalek voice, Jenny? No, not really. Not without a little box of tricks. Unfortunately, no.
Not
Don
many
Gets Model
people
Railway.
can do a Dalek voice.
Yeah. Don Gets Model Railway says, LOL, I'm 90 subs away from 100. There's Richard Swiderski also says, seen TARDIS in Goods Yard on brake van. Oh yes. Have you already? How are they seeing that? Is that even in shot? Oh yes, it is. Right, so I'm going to give Doctor Who a chance to. In fact, I'm going to change to that screen. I'll give Doctor Who a chance to fly away. Let's have a look. Alice Neal asks, would you wear an Alice's Wonderland Wagons t-shirt?
I've already asked you that.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I think they posted twice. Map the Dragon Railways, I have 1 DMU and there's a 153 by Hornby, which is apparently quite a good model, but it's a bit too modern for me. But yeah, I missed that out actually when I was running through the list. There are a lot of second generation DMUs that have been done in model form. So actually, you know, DMUs is an area where there is quite a good choice. Right. Robin Slewer says, I've got 41 subscribers. Let's have a look. Garthian says, Nick Briggs uses a ring modulator to do the Daleks. David Kellett says, Arcadia and Loco Shed still doing mail order and collect at door. Hopefully information useful. Very much. And like I said before, I know I've done a lot of business with Tim at Arcadia in the past, and certainly if it wasn't for lockdown I'd be over there a lot more, but certainly it's a great shop, very well stocked, and I always say Tim's second-hand table is priced to sell, and I guess that obviously if he's now doing, you know, it's obviously going to be either click or collect or mail order. It's always worth ringing and asking him what he's got on his second-hand table, because the prices are incredibly good. Brian Stone asks, anyone have a 153 and a Riva Trains Wales livery for sale? I think you might have to fight Cottesmore for that. Peter Leyland, Garthian ring modulators were used a lot by guitarists in their effects arsenal. Rachel Houston, hello to you. Hythe Kent. Map the Dragon Railway says, thank you very much to the person who just subscribed. I am very grateful. Somerset Andy says, I missed out on the Hornby Class 153 in GWR livery. I think, unfortunately, a lot of these models get produced in very low numbers. Which is, you know, partly they don't want stock hanging around, but it's one of the things that we now see is kind of this batch production, and it's much smaller batches. No longer do we see things that stay in the catalogue all year, and it can be quite wearisome having to kind of commit to stuff. Go, well, I need to order that because if I don't, I'm going to miss out, and you know, it can be quite tricky.
We have the same problem in the retro gaming community when people do a limited run of a new game. Say, yeah. Oh, well, I'm going to have to order that now. I've not even played the game. It's not even out yet. But if I don't order it now, I won't get it.
Yeah, and there's things that I've done reviews of where I've bought a model and I've done a review, and by the time I'm actually filming the review, within days of buying it, it's already sold out everywhere. And the big question people want to know is, does anybody know where I can get one? I really want one, and they're all sold out. I know C-Class number 592 in the ornate SECR livery from Bachmann, when that came out, that was one of those things. I did do a review of that. And, excuse me, that's quite a few years ago now. And it just, gone, sold out. And there are a few other things, like the Rocket, the Duchess of Athol one as well, the Hornby 00 version. That I did the review knowing that they were changing hands for 2, 3, 4 times their face value on eBay, and it's kind of weird seeing that happen. Unfortunately, it's a sign of the times.
It's for you.
Hello? What happens if I stand over here? Is that reception better, Scotty? That sound actually might get us a copyright strike. Got to be careful. Louis Almendarez says, do you have a Union Pacific train? No, I don't really have any US outline stuff. I'm looking to... I have talked with a US manufacturer who are quite keen to send some stuff over for review. We've not finalised that, but certainly I do love a lot of the US outline stuff, and I am not averse to reviewing it, running it on Weir Yard, because obviously HO will run on 00 track and vice versa.
Ho ho ho!
Shanghai 264359 says, it's taken 5 years for my channel to reach 25 subscribers. I've never actually asked people to subscribe, so perhaps that's one answer.
Yes, everyone subscribe. He's got some great videos.
Yeah, because you've shared some videos with us on the Monday Club, quite a lot. Always very impressed with your layout. So I am surprised you've only got 25 subscribers. You do deserve a lot more. Big hello to Poshington01. Also, Brian at the Angels Share Model Railways, hello to you. Barry Turner, Jenny, have you got any Class 419? Yes, I have. You are seeing, immediately now, you are seeing a Class 419 pulling a CCT in a express parcels livery, coming down the slope. That is a Bachmann Class 419. In fact, it's the one that they first released. I'd love to get one in Jaffa Cake livery. They have released it as far as I know. Chris's Train says, Jenny, maybe you should wear some of your own t-shirts. Nothing wrong with a little advertisement. Yeah, the Cupboard Monkey's wearing a Gronk It Up t-shirt. I kind of... The trouble with me in t-shirts is the middle-age spread has taken up residence. So I'm really trying to shift this. But I look a bit jubbly in t-shirts. I'd love to have the figure back that I had 10, 15 years ago. I had a lovely hourglass figure. But unfortunately, middle age has not been kind on me. And I look a bit jubbly in a t-shirt, unfortunately. Tony Wright says, Rapido trains often have a full-size Dalek in their YouTube channel. I believe they are Whovians. Is it Jason Schron? I must reach out and actually have a talk with them, because I do love some of the models that they do, and they are renowned in the industry as being really, really high quality. In fact, the J70 that they did for Model Rail, currently on offer. Certainly head on over to Model Rail Offers, I think it's the website, something like that. The J70 tram engine, aka Toby the Tram, to anybody who's familiar with Thomas the Tank Engine. That is a beautiful model, and that is actually made by Rapido Trains as well. Right. Michael Pollitt says, hi again, Jenny was at Arcadia Tim's second-hand table. Got a real bargain on a Class 67, never been run, and 3 46-ton wagons. Spent £153. Only went in for rail joiners. That is the story of my life. I think the last time I went into Arcadia, relatively recently, and I was talking with Tim about this. I said, I'm always plugging your second-hand table because they're priced to sell. And I got my all-over green livery, Class 71, in pretty much as new, never been run, in the box, mint condition, at less than half RRP. And it's just incredible. He could have slipped it back into stock and nobody would have been any the wiser. It was that mint. And I said to him, your second-hand table is the best prices on second-hand I've ever seen. I think I only went in there for probably something like rail joiners. I'm trying to think Actually, I think it was to look at the scale down. I'd finished work early, rare early finish, and I thought, I'm going to pop over there, because I think somebody had said that they'd talked with Tim. And said, Tim says you don't go in anymore. And I've just been so busy with filming and everything. I thought, no, I'll go and say hello. And we had a chat through the bulletproof glass that he's had to put up, as all these shops have. Definitely support your local model shop at Tim at Arcadia. It's a great little model shop. Gonads 1259. Kirk only said Mr. Scott wanted to beam up. Yeah, it's like, you can ask Mr. Scott to beam you up yourself. Michael Parslow says, what's going on with Bachmann spares? Cannot get couplings or wheels. I don't honestly know, to be honest. You have to look around. I guess try some of the lower volume model shops. Tim at Arcadia normally has quite a good range of things like the couplings, the spare drawbars, that kind of thing that Bachmann sell. So give him a call. Gary Lewis, completely agree with you on this. Model of the Midland Pullman liveried HST would be popular. It looks great, and I've seen photos of that. It does look amazing, and I guess that might be the one which, if they bring it out in model form, I might try and get for Weir Yard. I'd also love actually the Intercity liveried one that Hornby did recently. Looks really, really good. But again, it's one of those things. Money. There's so many great things coming out, and not enough money to buy them all. Bagnall Dave, I don't know about Jubilee. I think you should say Cuddly. Crossways Point Junction says it's very wet here tonight. I think it's wet all over. Chris's Train says, Jenny, you should really try some Rapido trains. Very impressive detail. The J70 is on my wish list. It's just simply a case of putting together enough money for that. Gonad's 1259 says Rapido are mega expensive though. Not necessarily. I keep talking about the J70 because it's one I've been looking longingly at. They are very competitively priced. James Pett says those DMUs look lovely running around. Definitely, yeah. I mean, this was the vote on the Jenny Monday Club Facebook page. If you're not a member of that, do head on over and check it out. Join that post on there. We did a poll for what would the theme be for tonight's Monday Club. We did it for last week as well. DMU EMU won by a country mile. But what could be next week's theme? I'm going to put up a poll for that as well. And I will try and lock it so we don't get people just adding different options. I don't think Cupboard Monkey Takeover would work as well as you'd think. But we'll have to think up a theme. I think Freight Stock won the week before. I think maybe we'll put up GWR. Actually, maybe we'll go for Big Four and see which of the Big Four people want. Bearing in mind that I don't think I have any Southern Railway liveried coaches and only a handful of Southern Railway stock. Timber Surf, hello to you. Let's have a look. Mark Holt, I'm waiting for Cheshire Lines to do their next video. The debut was very good. Robin Slewer, Alton Model Centre, where I live. Definitely don't forget to support your local model shop. It's just jumped. There we are. Garthian says, I have 2 of the Rapido J70s that are absolutely stunning models and run so well. Maybe that's what the Super Chat and PayPal.me fund I'll put towards. I've been looking at the J70s. I must get one of them, I have to say. So I think all of the donations today I will be putting towards that. So and also I did thank him in the channel at the beginning in the chat before we started. But a big thank you to George Botterini, who donated $10 on the super chat before we even began. Map of the Dragon Railway says, I can imagine a big boy on your layout, Jenny. Definitely, I would certainly go for some of the American outline stuff. Does look exquisite, and I would not be averse to checking that out. Anime 94, a big hello to you. Flymo Chairman 1, thank you very much sharing Shanghai 264359's channel. We've played a lot of videos here on the Monday Club from Shanghai, and certainly it's a great channel, well worth checking out. Mike and Sue Putnam Junction, this half price table sounds interesting. Can we ask where it is, please? Half price table? Have I missed something? Ham Shackleton, hi to you. Paul Higgins, does anyone remember Buck Rogers in the 25th century? Tweaky was my favourite character. Beady, beady, beady. Yeah, I do remember that. Saturday morning TV. Chris's Train says, don't worry about age and how you look. I do, actually. I had... I think I've... oh, for some reason it's not letting me do that. Ben Tullett says it's very blustery in the Midlands tonight. It's quite windy here as well. Warrington Train Spotter 2778, hi to you. Sadly, there is only one model shop left standing here in Warrington. I just hope the latest lockdown does not kill it. Hopefully, if they're doing mail order, I know that when I've spoken to some retailers, they say that actually people have been buying a lot of stuff to do their hobby during lockdown. So I think it's not all bleak on the model railway front through COVID. Actually, it may have done quite well, as we've seen with the first 6 months of this year. Hornby's actually back in the black, which is amazingly good news. James Pett says, next week's theme, kittens. No. Mark Holt says, I used to live in Holton, north of Preston, near Lancaster. Garthian is asking for Salzerfest, maybe. Hythe Kent says, any more advice on where to position ground light signals? I'm not. Somebody who knows more about signalling should hopefully be able to advise you on that. I'm not up on that. Gary Wickler says, I use Mr. Sheen instead of shampoo. Quick spray in a cloth and I'm like... So lots of suggestions coming in for next week's theme. I'll have a think and I'll put up maybe 4 different choices for people to vote for. Richard Swiderski says, yes, TARDIS next to Signal near Pillbox. Yes, it is. Right, so we're going to... Let's go back to that angle. And when the cupboard monkey gets back... I don't know where the cupboard monkey's gone, actually. I wasn't paying attention when she wandered off. We will move the TARDIS round. Darren Lewis, the train here on a Wednesday, don't stop in Camborne. Oh, Camborne, that's on the Isle of Wight. We've got 331 people in. It's slowly going down, unfortunately, but it is getting a little bit later now. I know some people are turning in. It is a school night after all. But it's been great having everybody in. We're not finished just yet. We're into the second hour of the Monday Club. Do take great care of yourself, of course, during these difficult times. And it's just great, I guess, to be able to hang out. I'm always so honoured to have all you guys hanging out on the Monday Club with me. Right, we've also, I don't know whether, we did do an announcement at the beginning. The Cupboard Monkey kind of railroaded me, you see what I did there, into straight into the announcement from Dapol. They did do a big announcement over the weekend at the virtual show. Of course, a lot of virtual shows going on. We must actually organise a virtual model railway exhibition again on the Monday Club. We did one back in March. It was very successful. Talked to a whole load of the different manufacturers. It was really great. I'll try and organise something like that again, which would be good. I forgot what I was talking about here. I'm talking so much that my train of thought, see what I did there as well, has gone walkies. But yes, the Flying Banana, the Great Western Railway rail cars have been announced upscale to O gauge by Dapol and really do look good. And the prices are pretty keen as well. That's one thing that Dapol have done incredibly well, is bring affordability to ready to run O gauge. Right, I'm just going to wet my whistle because one thing I have to say, when I used to do radio as well, doing a lot of talking does dry your mouth out ever so much. So I'm just going to wet my whistle. Today's beverage of choice is Diet Cola. I did actually buy a cider, but it hasn't made it all the way up here. Probably as well. When I get drunk, I just get myself into trouble. Right. A few people having to head off. Richard Swiderski as well. Yes, Bolton Model Mart. Do go down, say hello to Phil. Bolton Model Mart, they do have a website. They kind of major in a remote control, like remote control cars, that kind of thing, but they do have model rail stuff. They are an authorised Bachmann and Hornby stockist as well. Crossways Point Junction as well wants more subscribers, trying to get to 100 by Christmas. David Findley, hi to you. Tony Wright, Jenny, I'm chuffed. I've just won the eBay auction for an Atlas Alco C424 diesel in CP, I think that's Canadian Pacific, weathered livery with TCS wow sound. It's a model I've been looking for. That is always great, isn't it? And certainly when I was going looking for certain models on eBay, it is great when you do win the model at the price you're prepared to pay. I did that with a lot of the Hornby pugs I've been picking up. Wiven Model Railway, hello to you. Jessa Naring, hi to you as well. Philip Page says, Bolton Model Mart have stopped online sales. I didn't know that. James Petts, ground signals. They were used for shunt movements placed on where sidings interacted with the main line, i.e. for signalling movements between sidings and the main line. Dazza 1977, yet the 101 is running around the top line. James Petts says, turning in at 8 o'clock of an evening. Oh, of course, don't forget, of course, we have a fully global international audience. So 8 o'clock in the evening here isn't necessarily 8 in the evening where a lot of the people are tuning in from. David Yeats says, wondering what Brexit is going to mean for duties on model railway stuff shipped to mainland Europe. I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Really couldn't tell you. Paul Higgins says, Royal Mail wagons and mailbag workings for next week. Jenny, I have one TPO coach, I have to say, and I've also got a Helgen Class 128 in Royal Mail letters and a Mark 1 to go, BG to go with it. Wolfie Wolf, big hello to you. Long time no see. Everyone is sold out of Code 100 Flexi. Now, I have spoken to Peco, and even through lockdown this time around, they are going to keep producing stuff. So there is still a supply, but there's it's an indicative, to be honest with you, of just how much demand there is for model railway stuff, that it is selling as fast as it can hit the shops. Peter Leyland says, I just park up one of the streets off the main road. Always manage to... Oh, sorry, talking to Ham Shackleton. Garthian, that corner should be called Cupboard Hill Farm. Would be ideal, being so close to the Cupboard Monkey spot. I don't know. It's not really a farm as such, because there's actually deer on there.
Oh dear.
I think it was Hardy's Hobbies sent a whole load of 3D printed models, including a set of deer. Did do a full review on them, and the deer have actually ended up there on the hill.
So Hardy's Hill.
Yeah, right up at the top, actually, next to the dark green tree, you'll see one of them, and then immediately to the left, just between the cross and the trees above, I think there's a couple of deer there as well.
If only I had a pointing device to point to these things. Okay, someone mentioned something about Brexit.
Import duty. People on the continent buying model railway stuff from the UK.
We don't know what's going to happen yet. Britain wants a free trade deal, which would mean no import duty. But whether that actually happens is a different matter.
Yeah.
The only advice we've got is wait and see.
Right, AD Pullen says, I'm off, night all. I hope to catch your live stream tomorrow. If you do a Bachmann one, if not, catch you next Monday. You take great care as well. Thanks as well. I know you did share the stream.
But tomorrow's stream will be live from Grove Street Yard.
Will it? I thought we were going to be into the...
I've worked out that we can do it live from Grove Street Yard.
Apparently the live stream tomorrow will be... tomorrow morning we're going to cover... It'll be a short live stream, a bit ad hoc, but we're going to cover the Bachmann announcements. I think they're being made officially at 9:30, so we'll learn then what the next quarter's Bachmann announcements are. I don't expect the equivalent of what the Hornby Centenary Range announcements were, but we're going to cover that, and there'll be a little bit of discussion about what they do announce. So stay tuned for that tomorrow morning. Right. I think Somerset Andy's has got to go now. Bye, Jenny and Zoe and everyone. All stay safe and take care. And again, Somerset Andy, forever in your debt for the very generous donation to the channel of the Bachmann Class 47, which is very proudly, it's actually up there on the shelf. But really, really grateful to be able to add the Class 47 to the collection, courtesy of Somerset Andy. Very, very generous of you.
John Slade says, Zoe, I believe the EU may not trade with us if we go World Trade Organization rules. They will.
Yeah, money talks. At the end of the day...
That, they've got to think about the exports their businesses have. And COVID has hit everyone hard. They're not going to cut out an entire business stream.
Can I just say, we don't generally, as a rule, do politics on this channel, so probably shouldn't go too much onto that. I've changed the angle. I think Doctor Who is now currently in flight, so stand by to actually...
Stand by for action.
James Pets as well says, I like Hardy's Hobbies. It sells excellent 3D printed kittens. Definitely.
We need one and we're going to call it Fred.
I want ducks.
We need a kitten and we're going to call it Fred.
Okay, well, I will get on to Hardy's Hobbies and order up. I want some ducks so we can have Quacky Ducky in the pond, and some kittens maybe as well. They'll be very, very tiny in 00. But certainly Hardy's Hobbies, really impressed with the range and the products. Dead easy to paint. So, yeah, do check them out. Right. Ben Tullett says, next Monday club running session idea. Jenny runs her garden railway in winter. I should Coco.
I'd love to see it, but Jen will not run it in the winter in the dark.
No, David Ellingford, I'm going to say bye and see you all next week. Stay safe. Don't worry, it's been great to have you all in. Don't forget as well, you can catch up on the rewind. The video goes up as a full video at the end of the stream. But don't forget to tickle the like button if you've not already done so, and share the stream too.
On the stream to what?
Yeah, Kevicus first says, agree, yes, let's talk trends. It's one of the things, like, I know everybody has their own politics, and there's a surefire way of starting an argument is talking about religion or politics, so we try and stay clear of that. The whole point of the Monday Club is to keep it accessible to all, so we don't care whether you're Republican, Democrat, Conservative, Labour, Lib Dem, or anything else. Everybody is welcome because we're going to talk about trains, the one thing we can all agree on.
Okay, we have a brilliant statement here. Timber Surf says, I have printed 40 bunnies for myself. But what I'm thinking is, he actually only sent a command for 2.
Oh, right. Is that what it's like? It's not printing.
No. He sent a command for 2. Then they're bred like bunnies.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, Jen, you are slow tonight.
It's like, well, don't print 2 wire coat hangers. You'll have a cupboard full of them in no time. Right. Ben Davis asks, hi Jennifer, any things you'd want to see in the Bachmann Europe British Rail announcements winter 2020? See, I'm always quite easy to please insofar as I'm not after like all singing, all dancing new models. There are things that have never appeared in model form that I would love to see. J78 and J92. But
oh my goodness.
Yeah, you fail.
But it was fine until I...
No, stop it.
It was fine until I stopped, and then...
Standard class 4 tank, 264 tank locomotive, what is it, 4MT. Look at that, you've got coke on my test track. Just mop that up and then chuck it in the bin.
I've got coke in your test tubes, my goodness.
I want to see 80054.
It's not coke, it's just wet, look. Oh, no.
Oh, what are you doing?
Jen, I have coordination problems because I'm ill. I will go and get a thing. Oh my goodness, it's going everywhere.
The cupboard. Oh no! Oh god, it's going to go.
It's going everywhere. I'm going.
Yeah. Oh my word! No! That's not good. Not good. Sorry, we have a cupboard monkey infused issue. We've got coke dripping everywhere.
Yeah.
So
I didn't do it on purpose. I really didn't, guys.
Yeah. So,
I did not do this on purpose.
We lost all the coke to the carpet gods. Oh, luckily it's Diet Coke, so it's not sticky. I couldn't believe you did that.
My hand just... So, it just shook.
Okay. Sorry, don't worry about it.
No, it is a worry because...
Yeah, anyway, we could chatter about this all night, but unfortunately... There's a... Oh, God. Would you check downstairs and make...
Would you get the cap and put it on top of that? So...
Yeah. Would you just check downstairs that we don't have coke draining?
Which room would it be?
That will be front bedroom, I believe. But, just go downstairs and look up. Oh, Grandpa's destroyer. It's raining coke. Can't take her anywhere. So that's tonight's little mischief. I couldn't believe that. There's a lot of coke just gone down a crack in the floorboards. So it'll have soaked through the insulation and maybe reached the ceiling. Oh, dear. All right. I'll read all your comments in a moment and see what you guys all just made of that. Right. Anyway. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, let's have a look and see what people have been saying. Right. Big hello to J94. Kev.
I don't know what happened.
Kev5565 says, I hear if you put Mentos in your Coke, it stops it frothing up. Eventually, when it's taken all the froth out, it won't froth out anymore. J94 says, wasn't it either Bachmann or Dapol who are making a GWR manor in Double O Gate? It's Dapol and they are due out. I think it's mid this week is when they're expected. And I will be reviewing one. Dapol have said that they will send a sample over for review. And just to again reiterate, they don't pay me to do the reviews, so if it's absolute rubbish, I will say so.
The top for the thing is over there.
Oh, good God.
My hand shook.
You've got some real distance on that.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong, Jen. I'm actually quite worried.
Yeah.
My hand shook and I don't know why.
The cupboard monkey is suffering a lot with illness. The cupboard monkey has lupus, which is an autoimmune Is it? It's not a disease.
It's autoimmune disorder. It's not
disorder.
a disease.
Yeah, disease would imply you could just catch it.
Yeah.
It's a genetic thing, but unfortunately, she appears to be having a flare up. It's don't worry about it. We'll sort it out. We'll sort it out. Don't worry. Richard Swidersley says, "Drink on the tracks." Garthian, I want to get a 3D printer, then I can print some Daleks, Cybermen, Sontarans, Sea Devils, Ice Warriors, and the Doctor's Companions for my layout. Oh, what were the other ones that go, shall I destroy it? What were
the Dominators.
The Dominators.
Patrick Troughton era.
Yes. Shall I destroy it? No.
We've found a cake. Shall I destroy it?
North End Sidings Model Railway, Coke everywhere. Sorry, don't worry. Mike and Sue Pudham Junction, Cupboard Monkey Emergency, don't worry. North End Sidings Model Railway says, poor Zoe, we forgive you. Crossways Point Junction says, it's like a comedy show there. It's a disaster every week. Don't worry about it. Right, anyway, what were we talking about? The Bachmann announcements. What I would love to see, some of the vent vans being issued in something like Rail Stores livery, which is sort of like a dark grey and a green. I'd love to see those. Also, a number of the departmental liveries that old vans ended up in. In fact, there was a bright yellow one at, I think it was Neville Hill, up until comparatively recently. That van has actually gone into preservation. It's ended up at, I think it's at the Great Central with the Quorn Wagon Group. They're doing a restoration on it, but it was at, don't quote me on that, but I think it was Neville Hill Depot up until a few years ago. So there's some quite late survivors out there. And I'd love to see Bachmann release some of these departmental liveried vacuum brake wagons. What else would I like to see? Well, we've already talked about 80054 in early Crest livery, the BR Standard Class 4. Also don't mind in late Crest livery, the same locomotive, 80033 and 80059. Of course, these are the Hornby 00 identities. These are the models that a lot of people grew up with, and I would love to see them in model form. I did check with Bachmann a month or so ago, and
please tell me there are 7 00 liveries there.
Oh, no, Hornby 00 only did 3, but I see what you were going for. So I'd love them just to relive childhood. I'm trying to think of other things. D8017 in all over rail green. Again, another Hornby 00 model.
Alan Reynolds says, PVA J. Clough Allen here. Says, good evening. Please could you give my channel a mention? It's called Buckland Junction Loft Model Railway. I'm a novice where it shows my layout and build.
So Buckland Junction Model Rail. So what was it? Buckland Junction Loft Model Railway.
Buckland Junction Loft Model Railway.
And I bet you that it'll have a lot. Are you all right?
Oh, I think I drank too quick. It went down the wrong.
Oh, is it like that? Sort of like.
Yeah, you know when it starts to expand and you. Oh,
yeah, there's a big bubble of gas.
I'm having trouble tonight.
You are, yeah. Yeah, the cupboard monkey's got a drinking problem.
I need a pizza.
No, you don't. We didn't get 400 concurrents. George Botterini, ceiling coke stain. It may yet be. It could have a while to. But it's gone down a crack.
The advantage is that it appears to have. If it's gone down into the thing, it's gone into the part of the room that has a built-in wardrobe with a roof cap, so we can't see it.
We'll see. If a dubious stain develops, we'll know what's gone on. Let's have a look. No, it won't come through the bedroom light fitting, Wolfie Wolf. Mo Henry, would you consider creating a video of just trains running for a few hours, maybe a loop? I would love to have it as a background while I'm working. I don't have a layout or trains. Well, we have
a playlist of that.
We do have a playlist of trains going by videos.
I'll send a link.
So over the years, we've done a lot of footage of trains just running. And also, when we do reviews as well, part of the review, we'll film stuff running, and that footage gets saved, and occasionally we'll put out a trains running video with all of that unedited footage, as it were. We've done anthologies as well, which is a great way of viewing it all. So you can see all of this train running material going back through the ages. But one of the things that I would love to do at some point, I think, as well, is maybe do the live stream, but actually just live stream the trains running. Me not talking, not have the window of me on the screen. Maybe keep the track going and just focus on the trains, fire up the sound so that essentially... oh, actually the sound... So we've got... So we can fire up the sound. Sorry, I just thought
Was that you?
I'd give it a
You
blast
should say,
of
excuse
first
me after
generation
that kind of
DMU.
blast.
Yeah, ooh. Wild Bank Colliery. Hopefully the 94XX is finally on its way in tomorrow's announcement. That is a good chance, I have to say.
Do you think Bachmann will announce any new kind of what would we say, underground layout stuff?
Well, they it's possible they might announce that in the Island Line livery, which is, I think it's a class 413. That is a possibility. It's basically Network Southeast. Ben Davis would like to see Doctor Who figures in 00 scale. I think
Everyone's saying, could you please warn them when you put the sound on, because
was that
rest
quite
in
loud?
peace ears.
Oh right, I'm sorry. Was the today's stream sponsored by Billy's Replacement Speakers? Dean Fielding, evening to you both. Great show again. Thank you. Much needed again now. I know, and it's one of the things we will be keeping up the Monday Club throughout lockdown, because I know how important it is for even this level of social interaction, and it is great to have you all on board, and I always feel ever so honoured that you choose to hang out with me on your Monday evenings, and I think the community has rallied around to provide these live streams. There's a lot of channels doing them. We've got a guide going on the website as well to help you find what's on and when, and I think it is really important. Gwion Rhys Davies, I really want to see that Quarry Hunslet with Bachmann some point soon. Yeah, me too. Brito Mart in particular, would love to see that. I'm building the 009 layout, and I really would love to have that on there. Also looking forward to the Quarry Hunslets from Cato and Peco as well. Alan Reynolds, absolutely welcome. J94, how about make the SECR 01 tender engine to go with the SECR class 10 C class? There are a lot of options. Southern Train Girl, pizza for Paulie Zoe. No, don't encourage her. We haven't had 400 concurrents yet. Map the Dragon Railways. Thank you, Jenny. I gained 8 subscribers during the stream. Thanks for your shout out. Absolutely welcome. I do understand how hard it can be to build an audience, and I'm not one for pulling the ladder up after me. So even though we've now got well over 12,000 subscribers on the channel, thank you each and every one of you. I'm not averse to giving a shout out to some of the much smaller channels. Mo Henry, absolutely welcome.
Can I just say, I've had a couple of emails today from people emailing me about asking me to subscribe to their YouTube channel. Don't do that.
What are they emailing?
They're emailing me direct. I don't watch train stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not used to you as a subscriber.
Yeah, it's also the Zoe at zoerobinson.com email address is for sending the URL links for your own videos to get them featured on the Monday Club, and we're always very grateful for you guys sending over the links to your videos. You can do that today. We've got a nominal theme of DMUs, EMUs, but we welcome all submissions, and it's always great to hear from you guys and see what you've been up to on your railway. And don't forget as well, it doesn't have to be completely finished. It doesn't have to be super uber realistic. Every model railway has its own charm, and it's always nice to see how other people have done things on their model railway. Brian Stone says, could be worse if Brian Blessed would booming out his Shakespearean voice.
Gordon's alive!
Paul Higgins asks, Jenny, do you have anything from a real loco, like nameplates or numbers? No, I don't, actually.
You've got stuff from a real railway line.
We've got things like rail chairs out in the garden. There's a whole bunch of them. And I think that's about it, really. But no, I've never been a one for collecting real bits of locomotives. But no, not something I've got anything of, it has to be said. Broughton MCR model railway, Doctor Who figures. I got a William Hartnell and 2 Daleks in HO scale from my local War Gaming store. They make up my favourite scene on War Gaming. Interesting.
I like
We
War
might have
Gaming.
to look into that. David Findlay says, hopefully there will be something Diesel from the 70s and 80s in Bachmann's announcements, but I can't see it. Perhaps they will announce their skinhead version of the Class 24s coming at some point to follow on from the head code version that they retooled. That actually does compare very, very favourably. And I attracted the ire of Mr. Sutton, but apparently a lot of people do, so I'm in very good company, for not gushing enough over his model. It's a good model, don't get me wrong. The Sutton Locomotive Works Class 24 is an excellent model. I just think that the Bachmann model is also very, very good.
Yeah, it's not a zero-sum game, guys.
Mike McCartan, hello to you. Peter Leyland, we would absolutely welcome the little video footage of Rigby Coal Mills layout. Do feel free to send that through, that would be great. Ben Tullett, after November I've got to reduce spending as I was informed I was being made redundant from my job. So my 009 layout is on hold. I'm very
so
sorry to hear that. And unfortunately, it's one of the things that I always feel a little bit guilty. The fact that my day job is it's in the food logistics industry, so it is fairly.
She transports turnips.
No, I just eat them. But hence the middle-aged spread. So I do feel a bit embarrassed to go on about Patreon and stuff, because I do know that a lot of people are struggling.
Yeah,
and
the
that's
thing about Patreon is don't ever feel obliged.
Yeah, and that's the thing I think that the trolls don't understand. They can't get it through their thick heads that nobody is forcing people to do that. And if you can't afford it or don't want to, then don't. Paul Gorton, are there any Class 502 or 503 EMU kits available? I think actually they may be. David Findlay says, I have the Sutton's one, so probably wouldn't have one unless it's a close match looks wise. Yeah, I know what you mean. Logan Clary, there's a Hornby figure that looks like 10. Chris's Trains, every model railway has their own personal touch, very much. And when you look up here on Weir Yard, I mean, I'm making the most of this angle because I do love that little corner. It's just got a real character to it, I guess. It looks better in real life.
That's why I pointed the camera over there. I thought, no one gets to see this, but you like it.
Yeah, and sometimes maybe that's what we should use the roving camera for, to have a different scene each week.
Yes.
But yeah, a lot of people look. Certainly, I do. I look at other people's layouts and think, I like what they've done there. I'm having that for my layout. Simon Trains MRS says, I got a London Underground blind box which belonged to a stop train. Funny story, stood at Euston Tube Station on my way home from Acton and holding it saying Moorgate on the blind box. Minnie Wistaston Junction says, hi, I've emailed Zoe, hope my link is okay. Hopefully
I recognise the name, I think I have got it.
But yeah, definitely really sorry, Ben, about being made redundant. So I do hope that everything does get better for you. And I think once we're out of lockdown, I think some of these jobs will be coming back as the economy picks up.
We can but hope.
Kev5565, I was told the first thing to do when you lose a job is to tell everyone you know, as most jobs come from word of mouth. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I've never got a job through an interview. It's always been through, people go, oh, yeah, you're looking for a job sort of thing. And so it is true. It's about networking to some degree.
I did once get a job through an interview.
Did you?
But only because they were desperate for people.
And the closest I got was when I worked for the civil service, and I was basically the also-ran because the person they wanted to give the job to told them to get lost.
Yeah, that's how I got into the civil service.
Yeah.
I was actually on my way out of the door to
You were going to join the army.
I was going to sign up to join the army. I was desperate for work. And then the civil service phoned.
Do you think you'd have stuck it in the army?
I think I'd be dead. Because this was like 6 to 8 months before we went into Iraq. So
Oh, you'd still be in basic training then.
Yeah, the war has still been going on for quite a while, hasn't it?
Well,
So I probably would have got blown up. It's as simple as that.
Oh, you're saying you're magnetised to bullets and bombs?
I say I'm unlucky.
Hey, what do you mean unlucky? You ended up with me, didn't you?
Are you saying this as proof?
Interesting. Richard Swiderski says, "Can we have a J94 fest?" Now that's actually a good suggestion. I'm just having a look, see what we can muster. J94s, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can deploy 4 J94s definitely. I don't have one of the new EFE ones. I don't actually have one of the DJM models, which is the same thing. I did have a look at them actually in the cabinet at Rails. The EFE models J94s do look very good, but in my opinion I just didn't feel that they were enough better to justify the price over the Hornby models that I already have. And that's one of the problems, I guess, that they face, is that the market is to some degree a little bit saturated.
Don't jump off there. Can you just jump back?
Why?
Everyone is saying the TARDIS is behind the text on the roving cam.
Is it?
So I'd like to bring everyone's attention to the tractor that is behind there.
Oh yeah, there's a Fordson Dexter. Oh, I didn't realise you could do that.
Yes.
So has that ruined everything?
That's fine.
Gonads 1259 says, "Respect to our veterans, especially on Sunday."
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because I think it's no, it's not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after is Armistice Day.
Yeah, the 11th.
11th of the 11th. But I think the Remembrance Sunday is that this Sunday.
Yes.
Presumably,
it's always the Sunday closest.
Yes, that makes sense. Matty Mattman, big hello to you. Garthian says, "That's what I pointed out."
Not everything that's blue on this layout.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, Garthian did spot it. It says that's a Fordson train. Got the Garthian. If you get, is there another camera in here? It's got like a zoom function that you can just. You have have you got like an 80-inch TV, plasma TV in full HD, and you can just get really close and go, yeah, that's what that is.
Just going to move the screen on since you wanted to change it.
Okay, fair enough. John Slade, hi to you. Richard Swiderski says the DJ models J94 are noisy.
Am Shackleton says, "Does the TARDIS have a tractor beam?"
J94 ironically does not own a DJM J94. Marguerite Checo, I think that's how that's pronounced, says, "Woo!" North End Sidings Model Railway, tractor beam, Doe. Garthian, I'm using my iPad Pro in full screen mode and high brightness.
That's cheating.
Yeah, you still haven't spotted it, mind. Simply says, or is that Simply in Excess? Layout's looking damn good, Jen. Oh, thank you very much. Thoughts on the real-life HST in Pullman colours? Absolutely love it. We did mention the Midland Pullman liveried HST earlier on, and it is one which I could see myself picking up, potentially.
Oh my goodness.
Gonads 1259 does point out the TARDIS has a chameleon circuit, so it can change its appearance.
Another one.
Oh, what is going on? Unfortunately, there's breaking news. There's been a gun attack in Vienna, apparently. So
one person dead, several injured after exchange of gunfire near a synagogue in Vienna.
I thought we dealt with all this stuff like 80, 90 years ago. Why is it coming up again? But anyway, look, no religion, no politics. I know there's serious stuff going on, and it's there if people need to check up. Stay safe if you're in the Vienna area.
Absolutely. If you're in the area, please do check in with family and friends.
Garthian claims to have spotted it. But I want others to say where it is. That's a bit of a cop-out, you know. And then we also have. I'm afraid I can't read Cyrillic alphabet, but they say hello. So the only Russian I know is either swear words or goodbye.
I know how to say England, Anglia.
All
I was
know
learning
is
Russian for a while because I had a housemate who was Russian.
Yeah, all I know is da, niet, Dos Vidania, Zuka, and Depliat.
Stop swearing on the channel.
Yeah. Chris's Train says, military, police, fire, and all health workers, we salute you. Absolutely. Garthian says, behind the brake van in the lower yard, behind the comments.
And his name is Abdelas Akimkanov.
Fair enough. Well, have you just put it through Google Translate?
Yes, to find out what it says in
so a big hello to you, and I'm sorry I can't read the Cyrillic alphabet, but it's
Cyrillic, not Krillic.
Cyrillic. See, that's how ignorant I am. Broughton MCR Model Railway. Didn't John Pertwee's TARDIS Chameleon Circuit work once? Seem to remember it appearing as a side table or something in like that one episode. Wasn't it?
Several doctors have.
Colin Baker's did briefly work.
It turned into a piano. an outdoor organ.
Yes.
For a village fete.
Yes, so Colin Baker's TARDIS did sort of briefly work badly.
Ham Shackleton says Jenny's been watching those Russian dashcam videos. That is exactly where she's learned her
That
Russian
is where
from.
I picked up the two swear words I know. Yes, if you ever watch those Russian dashcam videos, they do seem to be quite popular words to describe the standard of driving of the other party.
Yeah, I was actually learning Russian for a while because I had a housemate at university who was Russian, and I wanted to know whether she was talking about me on the phone to her parents.
Was she?
No. I wasn't that interesting.
Yeah, I was about to say. Right, I'm looking at the time. Have we got many videos?
We have several.
So should we move on to people's videos?
And everyone's pointing out that the Sixth Doctor one was Attack of the Cybermen.
Indeed it was. A very good serial. Didn't that attract the ire of Mary Whitehouse?
Everything attracts the ire of
Well,
Mary
no, because it
Whitehouse.
had the policemen who were actually naughty people. Right, so...
No, that was...
oh, that was...
the Tour of the Autons. The Spearhead for Space and Tour of the Autons. Because the thingamajigs... yeah.
But then again, Mary Whitehouse could be offended by an...
She was once offended by Nightmare because she thought it depicted children being killed. And then when she saw the show, she said, I do apologise, it turns out it's very educational. It's all about teamwork.
Yes. And also not criticising something that you haven't watched first.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Alan Reynolds has gained a subscriber already. Yippee! So absolutely well done. I know how tough it can be to build an audience. Right, we're going to go over now.
It's so hard.
We're going to be going over to some of your videos that have been submitted. The URL has been submitted to Zoe at ZoeRobinson.com.
Yeah, only the URLs. I cannot download stuff while we're on the chat on the stream.
If you send stuff as an attachment, it won't get through. It'll just disappear in the spam filter.
Okay, so the first one we have...
Map the Dragon Railway says, can you say Llanfaith Pwth Gwyngyll Ngil Gogerich Drob Fwyl Llantai Siliog Go Go Go? I can butcher it.
She can say it.
Don't get Model Railway says, I hope you got his.
Oh my goodness. The first one we've got is from Chris's Trains, Hornby Steampunk Locomotive Modifications, and this looks fantastic.
Brilliant, right.
Jenny, would you like to switch over to this?
I'm loving this already. So this is Chris's Trains, if you want to go and check out the channel.
That layout is whoa!
I love the lighting. That's Leander.
Laurie
Calvert. Laurie Calvert will be very impressed. And it's one of the things that Hornby were very big on, is they wanted to encourage imagination and people to kind of just like go wild and make things. But
it changes colour. It's a colour changing LED. That is great.
That is really good, actually.
Oh, look at that! That is a mega train run.
Yeah, I like
his collection of hats as well.
I like the stuff on the shelves as well. There's some really big stuff. Is that LGB up there as well? This is nice. So a big thank you. North End Sidings Model Railway says the lighting is ace.
This is wonderful. I love it.
Yeah. Ben Tullett says, wow, American layout. It's great. Richard Swiderski says, what a layout. It's interesting, actually. I was told by Hornby that the steampunk range is doing very well in the US, and it's nice to see some kind of proof of that. So really impressed.
I like this from Chris, Ham Shackton to Chris's Trains. Don't worry, a lot of English people don't understand English.
Yeah.
That is very true.
It's like that line in The Fifth Element. So I only speak 2 languages, English and bad English.
So that was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for
ever so much.
Chris's
So
Trains.
that's Chris's Trains, and that's spelt
gonna
Chris
copy that.
apostrophe S. So it's like S apostrophe S and Trains. So are you putting the link for that into the comments as well?
Yes, I am, and I'm just going to put the straight link because I can't reach the buttons to send it properly.
Definitely. So we're just going to bring that up.
There you go. That's the link.
I don't know. Did I butcher Llanfairpwllgwyngyll plus Gwyngyll quite well?
Well, you butcher pretty much everything, don't you? That's how it works. That's part of the appeal.
Map the Dragon Railways has reached 109. He's getting very chuffed about that. Hello to Patrick Furlong. Says hello, Jenny and the Cupboard Monkey.
Hello, Patrick, and thank you so much for converting one of my text adventures to the BBC Micro and the Commodore 64.
All right,
and apparently he's also working on an Atari ST version.
Excellent. Well, one for the computer nerds.
Yeah,
there.
so thank you very much.
So this is Tim Condrup we're going to be showing next.
Yes.
And this is his Class 101 DMU in blue, orange, black and green. So we're going to head on over now to that and let's take a look. Have you actually checked the sound?
The sound is off.
Right. Ooh.
Don't do this to me, Jan.
Oh, what? Oh, you've done what I've done with the Class 108s. And you've got... Wow. There's
nice
quite
layout.
a hybrid going on in there because you've got the Strathclyde PTE version in the orange, but it's just one car of it. But the Class 101 is really nice, and you've got the 3-car version. Then you've got a random one end of a Strathclyde PTE.
I'm loving the Thomas Tank Engine stuff.
You
as
are,
well.
and then we've got the middle and outer of a 101. So there's 2 3-car 101s, but one has the Strathclyde PTE front car.
This is a nice big layout. I like it.
Oh, James Petts asks, Zoe has written text adventures?
Yes. I'll put a link to my games into the thing in a moment.
Is it Game Hammer Classic Gaming?
Game Hammer Classic Gaming is my channel. I actually program a lot of the games live on YouTube during my live streams. I have a different style to Jen. I code games live on YouTube.
Welcome to Going to the Dog. Says, unfashionably late this evening. No, we were all antisocially early. You are bang on time, but welcome along. Patrick Furlong says, Zoe, I've just tested Virgo 1 on a real C64 and it works. I've sent you the link to a video on Dropbox. Oh, interesting. Richard Swiderski says, nice layout there. Oops, we're just going to... let's go to... I don't even know where the... let's just go to that there. Patrick Furlong says, and I watched them all. Yeah, Ham Shackleton says, English and foul. Wiven Model Railway says, yeah, UK and USA famously
Excuse me, I am so sorry.
2 countries separated by the same language.
Wiven Model Railway says, I've been revisiting Colossal Cave. I can't get past the dwarf. Colossal Cave is actually a really, really difficult game.
Now,
If you don't know the thing, that's just how it is.
Garthian has spotted the TARDIS.
Well, it wasn't hard.
Yeah, we did, yeah. It's alright, I've changed the camera now. Right, do we have another model layout?
Langton Road says, that's Sarah Millican thumbnail. Yeah, sorry about that. We didn't expect that to pop up.
What?
Sarah Millican has a thumbnail for one of her comedy shows that has something about her, let's say, recreational area.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Some kind of gardening simile?
Yes.
Right, yeah, that's out of our control.
Okay, next up we have Philip Page.
So we've got...
says, hi Zoe, hope you're feeling better. Sadly, I am not. So... Oh my goodness. This is the Kitchen Railway Company. Are you jumping over to it, my dear?
Long time contributor to the channel, Kitchen Railway Company,
Always
and
good.
we have
Here
moved
we go.
over now. So this is the Monday Club DMU EMU Fest. I love the way people doing these themed things. So that's a Class 91 with Mark IIIs. I do love the Intercity livery.
I love the fact that we've got a few cars there and a pig.
Oh, I like that. The low angles really do work well. So if you're ever wanting to film your own model railway, do consider these low down angles because they do really work well.
I love low angles because it makes the thing look so real.
Yeah. Right, yeah, definitely no swearing in the comments because we do have some minors who do come through. I think we had one person who did state that they were 11 today, so please no swearing in the comments. J. Paul Anderson asks, Zoe, does my link work? If it's been sent through an email, we will get round to that.
Who said that?
J. Paul Anderson.
He may have. I haven't. I don't know. I don't have anything on.
George
look at all those coloured cars. That is really well done. Nice arrangement.
George Botterini asks, is TARDIS under the umbrella? Not sure what...
Maybe. I love the fact that you just got a load of cars and a random pig.
It is great. Absolutely great. Hold on. Right. Ben Tullett says, this is the most fun model railway I have seen. Right, let's go back to... I'll just cut to... Right.
I'm really starting to lose it here. With,
the cupboard monkey, obviously you had to cancel your stand-up routine on Sunday. The cupboard monkey is quite ill, so we've got 5 more minutes.
And 3 left. Mini West Aston Junction, here is your video. We did get it, so there you go.
Maps the Dragon Railway, absolutely. You can't beat a Great Swallow livery. Thanks to Poshington 01, I own a Holden body that is in Intercity Swallow, and it is amazing. I do love the sort of what ifs liveries. I always say I've seen a Class 52 done in the first Great Western Railway fag packet livery with the tops number, and it actually really suited that locomotive. Right, are we? So this is Mini Wistaston Junction is next up.
Yes, and it's a little different.
So what
they sent me a YouTube channel link. This one, there was Engage Crew Station Chit and Chat. So let's have a look at it.
Okay, so let's move it. This is Mini Wistaston Junction. Don't forget to head on over and subscribe. And also, Mini Wistaston Junction also has a Facebook page as well where you can keep up to date. And this layout, actually, I have been checking in on the posts about this. It has come together quite quickly. I think this is Engage, if I'm not mistaken, inspired by Crew. But certainly that is coming together really, really quick, and really liking it. There's a lot of platforms going on there. I do particularly like. You've also got the through roads as well. So a lot going on. I really do like the bushes there. If I'm not mistaken, is that the Woodland Scenics clump foliage, which is great material to use, I have to say. Yeah, North End Sidings Model Railway says Rachel has a lovely layout. Absolutely. Kevicus first says, sorry for the type of tongue and God bless you. Absolutely, don't worry at all, don't worry. Is somebody speaking in
Someone was
Korean?
Speaking in Japanese, so I've just sent a reply basically saying, can you please only speak in English? Most of our viewers can only understand English.
Right. Stephen Barker 57 asks, hello, what is the running number of the Kobo, please? It is D5701. Which I believe was the only Class 28 Kobo to receive Rail Blue.
I'm loving this layout.
It is great, and it's. I think that this video is was originally a live stream, so
I think it probably was.
We've got the sound turned off, but it'll be a.
Yeah, it's definitely a live stream, but the reason I picked this one rather than some of the real life trains running is basically we don't get a huge amount of Engage on the show.
Definitely, and also thank you very much, Flymo Chairman 1, for posting the link up for that. So do go and check out Mini Wistaston Junction. Okay, J. Paul Anderson says they sent their video a week ago. They are very, very keen for you to play it. So do we know which one it is?
I'm pressing buttons and it's not working out for me. Give me 1 second. You're not showing my emails, are you?
No. So J. Paul Anderson, I'm trying to.
I don't see it.
J. Paul Anderson, which name would we need to be looking for?
Can you please tell me who you are, what your email address was? Okay, we've got one from
That's
Paul
Skipsy
Tilbrook.
Trains.
Yes, it is, and that's going to be the next one because I can't find it, so I need to put this on the screen.
J. Paul Anderson, we can't find that video. We're going to, if you can let us know.
I'll look for it in my stuff. Can you please?
We will have a look. Right, we're going to move to the next one if you make that full
Yep, this
screen.
is Skipsy Northern Rail.
So,
I'm on the
nice.
case for
So
the other
much more modern image. Meanwhile, the cover monkey is going to have a search for J. Paul Anderson's video. Joachim Anderson.
Anderson, okay.
We're just checking out for that.
Yeah.
Have you found it?
No, I'm still looking, Jen.
Right. Crossways Point Junction as well says, will you be able to play them out? How many more do we have?
2. One's coming while we were talking.
We will play them all the ones that we've definitely received. You're shaking your head.
I don't have it.
J. Paul Anderson, we don't have. Zoe's done a search. I don't know if it's got.
I'm looking in all of it now.
Does that include if it's accidentally gone into the spam filter?
That's what I'm looking at. No mess. I
Um,
don't know what's happened. I'm really sorry.
J. Paul Anderson, would you be able to resend the URL link through on an email to zoe@zoerobinson.com? We don't appear to have it. We've just had a good search through. We can't find it.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened. Sorry, really sorry.
Dongit's Model Railway also says,
Wow, that's a good one. Look at
hopefully
that.
you've got mine. Was sent on Friday. Pim1234, hi from the Netherlands. Big hello to you. Unfortunately, I think one of the issues we have is that sometimes Gmail can be overzealous on the old filtering stuff out.
Well, I've even looked there and I can't find it. Why am I getting...
Crossways Point Junction says, I sent one last week and this week. If we can find it, we will be playing it tonight. I love the ballasting actually. That
Got it.
colour really.
J. Paul Anderson, I've got it.
J. Paul
don't know
Anderson,
why it
we have
wasn't-
found it.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's
So if you we'll do that one next. So don't worry, J. Paul Anderson, we have found it. So, gosh,
yeah.
we're a real Mickey Mouse organisation. at
Mickey
times.
Mouse, but not
Not
even
even
Betty
Betty
Boo.
Boo, yeah. Is that actually touching the microphone?
No, it's not.
All right. I thought people might be going, what is that banging noise?
Oh my goodness.
Right, Garthian has inevitably spot the TARDIS. Right, so I'm going to go to that camera angle. So if you want to cue up the one that J. Paul Anderson sent over.
Yeah, I'm starting to really flag now. I'm so sorry, guys.
We are struggling. A cupboard monkey is very, very ill. It's a huge lupus flare-up, which, if you know anything about lupus, is...
Oh, it's gone again. What is going on? I blame you, Jen. The moment that you look at a computer, it breaks. It was there. I saw it. There it is.
Right, got it.
Here we go. Okay.
So this is from J. Paul Anderson, and did we?
Oh, we have seen this. Here we go, though. Do you want to bring it up?
Okay,
Do-do-do.
so this is from J. Paul Anderson.
Look at the
OO
quality
gauge
of that.
diorama, Ormsthorpe Motive Power Depot.
Oh my goodness! Look at that.
Oh, flying the flag. Oh, I like the rocks.
That is amazing.
I do love that. I like the kind of terracotta tile effect. Very sort of like a Mediterranean feel to that walled garden. Oh, I say, I'm loving the trees as well. This is nice.
I also like the fact that he hasn't done what Jen and a few other people do and just painted the outside brown. He's made it a bit of a feature.
I see you've used like the kind of jab light type method, but it's interesting actually. 2 different gauges. It's narrow gauge and Ooh, I say.
This is very good.
I like that.
I like the texture inside the tunnel as well.
That is nice. Oh,
There isn't a bad angle on this. I'm just amazed.
This is a very photogenic diorama. Oh, I like the pond. Look at the pond.
Yeah.
It is one of those things, the more you look, the more detail springs out at you.
This is
I
wonderful.
love that. That little walled garden there is absolutely sublime. I love that. The rock outcrops are great. That is gorgeous. Look at that, the little flagstones and everything. That is nice. Oh, it really is a lovely little diorama.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm going to say it again. There isn't a bad angle on this. I am loving it. That is amazing.
Oh, that is very, very nice. Detail, and the closer you look, the more there is. It just keeps on rewarding. I really do like that. Is that a Garrett? Yeah, it's a Garrett, I think. That is absolutely beautiful. Just so much detail, so much going on. It's a great little model. J. Paul Anderson says, thanks guys, spent nearly a year building it.
Well,
that
it's time well spent. It's beautiful. Okay, I think we've got 1 or 2 left, so, oops, I'll just knock the microphone with the laptop.
Sorry about that. Oh, there's the J70. That, incidentally, just behind the water tower is the Rapido trains J70 that we mentioned earlier in the stream. They're built 1888. The details like that. Oh, actually, I love the little line. Is that in like a narrow gauge line going through the pier? There's just so much. And there's Euston Bicarus grab shovel.
Oh my goodness, that looks... The way they've got the dirt piled, no.
It's not dirt, it's coal.
Coal, even. Well, you know what I'm saying. It just looks so real.
I love the landscape. The viaduct, everything is so nice. I love those rock outcrops. Really, really nice.
Yeah, that is a thing of beauty. It's a work of art.
Very much, and it's just so much going on there. So much detail.
Right, I'm going to have to move on now, though. We have 2 more to go.
2 more to go. So
thank you so much for that, J. Paul Anderson. That is wonderful.
That is an absolutely amazing model. Thank you ever so much for letting us share that.
Ormsthorpe Motive Power Depot.
And it's J. Paul Anderson, spelled exactly the same as you're seeing in the chat. If you want to go and check out that channel,
put his link into the chat.
So we're just going to post up a link for that one as well.
I know I haven't done it for all of them, but
and the video is longer than what we've shown. So if you want to watch the full video, want to watch that again, well worth going and seeing that. So
this is what I keep saying about all of this. We've got 3 actually, so we're going to go run a little late. This is what I keep saying about the reason we do these. They're so inspiring.
Definitely. Okay. So who have we got next?
Bernard Walker. That's a download. I can't use it.
After we if you send it just as an attachment, we can't.
Hang on, I'm going to go back and just check one time because it may be that it's just giving me a thingamajig.
No, it says
that is a download. I can't download while we're on the stream. I'm sorry.
I'm afraid you can't send it as an attachment because it's got to be a URL to somewhere like your YouTube channel.
Yeah, so I'm very, very sorry, but we can't use anything that comes through like that.
Right, this is the next one. So we've got just waiting for it to load in. And this is
move
from...
that will surprise no one. YouTube has managed to mess it up.
This is White Wall Wheels 1 Hardcore M_O_H.
This is Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. A Stepney from my collection 2020.
So just bringing that full size, and so we're going to have a little bit of Thomas the Tank Engine. And
it's always funny when you see Thomas the Tank Engine on what looks to be a very realistic railway.
That's an interesting livery. I think is that the yeah, that's as Stepney appeared, and not that one, the other one. As Stepney appeared when she first went to the Bluebell Railway, and I have a feeling that blue coach behind is the one that matches with her. Whoa!
And
a race! Oh, that is.
Look at that! Wow, there's so much going on that railway. Oh my goodness!
That's a fun railway, definitely a fun railway.
Multi-lane and everything. Let's see.
Oh, look, steampunk in the foreground. Steampunk.
Love the steampunk.
See, the steampunk is selling. Don't let the trolls lead you to believe that nobody's buying a steampunk, because that is good.
Original Stepney is beating the tank engines.
Oh, it's always good for a race. Technically, I could have. Well, I've got 3 tracks that run parallel. We could have like 3 trains just.
Are you trying to have a race? Stepney wins. Although,
I
given
love
that
the
he's
blue on that
managing to
coach.
change these speeds, I'm thinking there might have been a bit of
Yeah,
behind-the-scenes fiddling there.
could have been. That coach actually really suits that blue livery.
Yeah.
I presume that was done as a special release. But that is a really lovely livery.
Yeah, very nice.
Hmm.
Oh, Bluebell fireworks, setting fires for 60 odd years.
Given that they had a fire which destroyed their, I think it was the LCDR horse box.
I'm loving the multi-layer and all the stuff that's going on. That is
This is a fun layout.
That's a layout that you can enjoy.
Yeah. I love that blue coach.
The original step, he's beating the
Yeah.
ones.
That's
a lot of fun.
Oh, derailment here. I don't think it quite likes the weight of the TARDIS.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, Cupboard Monkey broke it again.
Right, we have one more then, since we couldn't do the other one.
Right, okay, so I'm going to go back to that angle.
Thank you so much for that, White Wall Wheels one. That was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And we have space for one more. So
We've got one more.
Hang on. Bernard Walker sent a YouTube link this time. Right, we've
Right.
got two
So
then.
he sent us an update.
Yeah, we'll watch Bernard's one in a moment. We've got two left then. Okay.
Patrick Furlong, always the physical models, never CGI for Thomas the Tank Engine.
This one's Stockton Junction, and it looks rather snazzy.
Right, so we've got, this is Stockton Junction.
And then we have one more.
So
Breaking news, APT at Stockton
No,
Junction.
it's APTE.
Oh, like I know.
I think
Wow.
that's the Rapido trains model as well. That really
Whoa.
nice.
That perspective threw me off.
Oh, I like the 37 that's been partially cut up. That really is a good model. I love the ballast as well. You really got that down.
It looks real. I always love that about people who take that little bit of extra time.
APT looks really nice.
It looks futuristic. It's like a bullet train. Whoa.
It's an APT.
Where's the joint between the bits?
Oh, it's like sort of articulated. So they share a bogie.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing.
It's a real train.
Yeah, but to
Always
see
love
it
a
in the
class
model
50
form.
as well, so on the background. And this, against what I always say, it's always nice to see layouts under construction as well, to see how other people are building their layout.
The way that's been modelled is excellent. Whoa, what's this?
I think this is running through the underside area, so it's going to come in and sweep around. And of course it'll show the lights.
Very nice.
That is nice.
You don't show off the fiddle yard on Weir Yard enough.
It's very, very tight fit.
Would that be Weir Fiddle Yard?
Well, no, it's the trouble with the fiddle yard is that it's got very tight headroom. I mean, you're very generous on headroom there. Mine is barely above the tops of the trains.
Which makes it quite a problem to try and
I
put
love
a camera
that
down
that 37, can I just say, is exquisite.
The weathering on it makes it look real.
That really is nice. It really does look like it.
That was very good.
Definitely.
So we have one more.
So one more video to show.
Yep. Bernard Walker, he sent a YouTube link this time. Let's have a look at this then. What have we got?
Okay. Yeah, Sid Vicious likes the 37 as well.
I think we're going to find this.
So this is Crossways Point Junction.
Freight Frenzy. I think this is going to be worth the wait. Look at those lights. Don't get smart railways.
Garthian didn't spot the TARDIS.
I'm liking this.
I like the lights. I wonder if those doors open automatically. I have a feeling
they do, yeah.
I mean, for modern image, that is actually a great shed. I like all the lighting as well.
Are they opening? There's lights on underneath them.
Oh, there we go.
There we are.
Oh,
yes.
I say that is a really good effect. And a
that is
Deltic.
well done.
I like that. That effect really works so well. Really nice.
That is, yeah. Oh, now it's going to move the camera so
Yeah,
that you
I
can
like the bridges. Laser cut MDF bowstring bridges are really nice at
This
the
is a
back.
big place.
Oh, you got windows so you can see your stuff inside the
Always-
maintenance depot.
Always a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, that actually works really well. It's done to
Corrugated
look. Yeah,
windows.
it works really well. I love those bridges.
Yeah.
Really, really am impressed by them. As a peak of some description. A very eclectic mix of wagons.
Why
Oh,
not?
I
He's
like
got
the
a person
tail
in the back.
lights.
Yeah.
Tail lights really works well. Class 24 there. I love that bridge. The detail
good.
on that bridge is really, really nice. I
Here
have to
comes the
say.
choo-choo. Choo-choo.
So some great legs. Is this the last video?
This is
then?
the last one, yeah.
So look,
Wolfie Wolf says he's off to find some rail joiners and a bottle of alcohol.
I have to say, actually, it's one of those things, isn't it? Rail joiners are really, really. Are you all right?
No.
We're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to cut short. Well, we've overrun by about 15 minutes. The cupboard monkey is really suffering over here. So, do you need to go? Wait a minute.
We're all right. We're all right. Map the Dragon Railway says I think those bridges are on eBay.
Are they? I think War World Scenics do a range of laser cut MDF bridges. So certainly, if you check out the War World Scenics website, I know they do something similar. Whose layout was it with the APTE? Did you post a link in for that?
Didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Don Gets Model Railway says, I'm pretty sure that bridge is a kit. I have a similar one on my watch list on eBay. Like I said, check out War World's...
Oh my goodness!
Whoa, whoa, what are you doing down here, you silly train?
Jumped off to see what you're doing now. That was definitely worth the wait, Bernard. Thank you so much.
Thank you ever so much. That is really great. But we're going to have... I just think we've overrun by 15 minutes. So I'm just going to put that there, actually. The Class 25 went and did a weird thing.
Yeah, I jumped over to try and catch it on the stream.
Oh,
I'm not sure I did.
Everybody loves to crash.
Just in the corner, we can see you in the corner on it.
Right. Look, thank you ever so much. I know a lot of people have had to head off because it is a school night. It's been great having your company. Thank you ever so much. Always appreciate you coming and hanging out on the Monday Club. In the UK, at least, full lockdown from Wednesday night at midnight, but pretty much any shop that's been offering mail order is still open for business. Peco is still making stuff. Hattons are still open. DCC Concepts is still open for mail order. Rails as well. And don't forget as well to check out those pictures and the announcement from Daypole on the O-Gauge railcar. We are back on Wednesday with a full review of the Daypole Class 121 in Silverlink livery. The DCC Concepts ABC Shuttle review is the Friday video, and we do have more videos coming up of the 009 project build. We just finished filming the next one of those today, and that'll be out next week. But thank you ever so much for joining me here on the Monday Club. Thank you for sending in your videos. Always really much appreciated. Stay safe and happy modelling.
Night, night.